What is going on, lads? Welcome everybody back to another video, another objectives guide. Today we're going to be checking out Shapeshifters Gerhardt. Hopefully I am pronouncing that correctly. Now I believe he originally was he a midfielder or a centre forward? I'm pretty sure. And in another position changed him down to a left wing back, which I like this quite a lot. Now lads, if you guys are new to these objective guides, all new objectives EA do release, we go over them, giving you guys my step-by-step guide with some in-game tutorials / examples if necessary, and as well as squad builder that you guys can use. Without further ado, let's get into the objective. So first of all, you've got score 4 finesse goals using midfielders in squad battles on Elite Professional. Now, score 4 finesse goals, if you guys want a finesse goal example, we will show one in just a second, but using midfielders, which means a centre mid, CDM, cam, or a right mid or left mid, right? Now, with this one, you can be a little bit cheeky and position change your striker to a centre forward to a cam, and then play that cam in like a centre mid position, then move him back up to striker in game. That will indeed count, but just make sure if you want to do that and kind of sneak your way through it, which in my opinion isn't necessary because it would cost like 6,000-7,000 coins to position modify him down if you do not have a position modifiers already. But if you do want to, like, you know, cheat your way around it, you can do that, or you could just make him a cam and keep him in the striker position, although he would be on relatively low chemistry. But if you do want to do that, that is one way you can do it, and then just pause when you go into the game and move him back up to striker, as long as the main position on the card is a midfielder, right? If his main position is a striker and you're playing him in free chemistry at centre mid, that will not count. Alright, the position on his card has to be centre mid, cam, etc, etc. So there's that one. And if you guys do want a finesse goal example, here is one. If you would like an example on a finesse shot, it's just right bumper / RB plus circle, aka shoot. Assist 5 goals using German players within... Okay, once again, EA have messed up the grammar. I've forgotten the Pepe objectives game mode, and then I've gone ahead and gone assist 5 goals using German players within squad battles on at least world class. So that they were meant to do assist 5 goals using German players in squad battles, I assume. I don't know what we're up to today, man. But the assist 5 goals using German players is very self-explanatory. Assist a goal with through balls using Bundesliga players in 5 separate squad battle matches on at least professional. So it looks like these are all on professional, right? Professional. Yeah, these are all on a world class, right? You do one of them is on world class, okay? I thought for a second it would have been a professional objective, which would have been a dub, but no, you do have to do one in world class. And if you're not quite good enough for world class, you can do the rest in professional. And then you can maybe get some German players in your rivals team and do that in rivals, because obviously you do have that or rivals option. But the assist a goal with a through ball, if you want a through ball example, here's a through ball example on screen now. A through ball is performed by pressing triangle on the PlayStation or Y on the Xbox. You do not have to score from the first touch from receiving the through ball as well. It's just whoever gets that assist, as long as it is a through ball. People do this without realizing, and often you will just get this objective done without noticing. And win 8 matches in squad battles with at least 11 German players. So what I've picked up from this, you need a full 11 German players, starting 11, for this to work, because to win 8 matches, this is your main objective. And within those 8 matches, you'd be hoping to get the finesse goals, the assist goals with German players, and the assist goals with through balls with Bundesliga players. Now, we're already prepared, we've already prepared and built up a squad builder for you boys to use. Now, it's nothing pretty, probably coming in at roughly, you know what, I'd say 20,000 coins. It will be no more than 20,000 coins. Players like Klostermans and Emre Can, even Sane, depending on the content EA release and the time you're watching this, they may be up in price a little bit. So we are just going to say 20,000 coins, alright? Hopefully this, I mean, it should be maybe 15 or 14,000 coins, but just in case, you will need a maximum budget of 20,000 coins for this team. Now, your midfielders that you want to assist, or sorry, you want to score with finesse goals with, is going to be your midfield 3, your Emre Can, your Wirtz, and your Core. Now, Wirtz is probably going to be your best chance at getting the assist, which I'll get into in a second, right, lads? But this is a team we have gone for. So at left wing, we're actually playing a right wing off chemistry because the German Bundesliga plays. There's no good German Bundesliga left wing or left mid. So we've had to kind of, you know, work our way around it, if you will. We've gone for Karim Balarabi at left wing, playing on 5 chemistry. It will be 7 chemistry if you get a manager and he does have chemistry. But he'll most likely be playing for you on 6 chemistry, right? So we've got Balarabi at left wing. Our centre forward is Philip. Once again, we have gone for a centre forward because the German Bundesliga strikers are very hard to come by. Right right mid is Leroy Sané, who is probably the best player in this team. Now, he also should count as an assist. I know it says he's in the right wing position, but once he is a right mid in the right wing position, sorry, not the assist, the finesse goal, but once he is a right mid in the right wing position, he should count towards an assist or a finesse shot. I keep saying assist because I'm used to objectives for midfielders being assist with midfielders, even though you get what I mean, right? But the Sané card, the midfielder, once he is a right mid displayed, he should count as a midfielder finesse goal, alright? Now, the midfield three, we've gone for Emre Can, who is actually a very solid box-to-box card. We have gone for Florian Wirtz as our right centre mid, and we have gone for Dominic Kor as our lone CDM. A back four of Nico Schools, Klosterman, Stark, and Henriks, who is not great by any means, but obviously you need that German right back for the full German starting 11. We've got Kevin Trapp in net as well. Now, what I would do is step number one, chuck a pause in game, and the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put this Wirtz card all the way up to centre forward, just like that, and then you could sub off this Philip card for a super sub, which leads me into tip number two. Very smoothly done by myself here. Leads me into tip number two, which is going to be the bench, alright? So what you're going to want to do is fill out your bench. You can have up to 3 super subs every single game, so you can put your main team on the bench. I could sub on my Nkunku. So for example, this is how we go into the game. Chuck a pause straight away, move Wirtz up to centre forward, because obviously he's a midfielder, and if you move him up to centre forward in game, you can try get a finesse goal that way. Scoring a finesse goal with a centre forward will be a whole lot easier than with a right centre mid, because obviously the centre forward will get a lot more goal scoring opportunities. Then you could take advantage of your super sub and sub on. For me, it's Nkunku, but you might not have Nkunku, you might have someone else that you can sub on in the midfield. Then I can use my other 2 subs. I could sub on a centre back that's better than Stark, and if I wish, I could sub on a midfielder that is better than one of my attackers, because you could also just sub on a midfielder and obviously get the midfielder finesse goals that way, which is relatively easy. So step number one, move Wirtz up to striker in game, or any midfielder for that matter. Step number two, super subs, make sure to bring them on. And ladies and gentlemen, step number three, then we will get into the squad battles tip on how to get them done relatively easily. Now, step number 3 is going to be chemistry styles. Now, we've been talking about him a lot, so let's go ahead and use this man as an example. Hopefully, I am pronouncing his name correctly when I do say it is Wirtz, by the way. Let's just call him Florian to avoid confusion. So, using Footbin, and I want to mention I am not sponsored by them. I am simply using these guys as an example, but the beauty of this app, you can get it on your phone, web app, browser, etc, etc. You can see the price, 1.1k on PlayStation, 1.2 on Xbox, and 1.1 on PC/Origin. Now, the beauty of this is you can see what he plays like in game. Now, every single card is going to come with a basic chemistry style applied, assuming no one else has put a chemistry style on him before you buy him. And you can see, assuming he's on full chem, he gets a +2 pace, +4 passing, +5 dribbling, a few boosts throughout the board, which makes him an 82 rated cam in game. Now, we're going to go ahead and try out some different chemistry styles on him. Now, we're going to be playing him as a centre forward position in game. So the chemistry style, if we keep an eye, a marksman puts him up to an 81 centre forward, a hawk is only a 78 centre forward, so we can keep testing. You can get up to an 82 rated cam with a particular chemistry style, but if we're looking at centre forward, it looks like the best centre forward chemistry style is going to be a Deadeye. Alright, so if you want to go ahead, I feel like a Deadeye, which is roughly 250 coins, compared to having with a basic and him playing like a 79 rated centre forward, a Deadeye will make him play as an 81. So if you get the particular chemistry style on a correct player, you can have a fiddle around with it on Footbin to see which chemistry style fits the position you'll be using him in the most, and then you can go ahead and pick that chem style up. I would avoid buying hunters and shadows, maybe even engines, as they can get a little bit pricey. So tip number 3, lads, is going to be chemistry styles, just to give your players that little extra juice, make them a little bit better in game. Now, lads, the final and probably the most important tip for the squad battles game mode. Now, as you can see and as you know, you need to win 8 matches on at least professional in squad battles. All of the objectives, in fact, are on professional except one, where you can do that in rivals if you wish, but it is assist goals with German players, I believe. But let's say we're going to be doing it in squad battles anyway. Now, as you can see, EA give you two very good teams, usually an average team and usually a very poor team. For example, this was a poor team in this refresh of squad battles, gold commons, players off chem, and I did an objective on professional and I won 10-0. So as you can see, you don't really want to be playing these 191 rated squads or these 91 rated teams because this is a very nice team. Basically, every single day you are allowed to update your opponents by pressing square and then refreshing, or it doesn't have to be every single day, but every single time you play a game, you'll have the option to refresh again. So you could do this 5 times in one day if you wish. Play a game, have the option to refresh. If you quit the game, I think sometimes you will not have the option, so you have to complete the full 90. But let's go ahead and refresh, and we want to look for the poor teams. As you can see, there we go, 63 rated and 50 chemistry squad. This will be perfect to play on world class difficulty to obviously try and get the German assist, the finesse goals with midfielders, etc, etc. As long as you're playing it on at least professional, and I think obviously you'd want to be doing it on world class, and then after you get the German assist or something, then you can go ahead and flick it back down to professional for the rest. So you'd want to play that, and then after you play this game, you'll have the option to refresh it once again. So it's a constant state of playing a poor team, refresh, play a poor team, refresh, and keep going and keep going. If I remove my webcam, you can see under the rank it says 32 out of 34 games played. If you do go over that 40 games limit, do not worry, it will still count towards objectives. It just means your squad battles points after completing the game will stop counting towards your rank, but it will still count towards objectives, no worries at all. Alright lads, let's go here to recap over it one last time. A relatively simple objective and a little bit of a bonus tip from me. Honestly, chuck a Netflix film on, chuck a Twitch stream on, shameless plug, but we are live 11 AM at most weekdays, UK time, 10 PM New Zealand time, or 8 PM Australian time, alright? So if you want to flick on a Twitch stream, it could be Castro Basin, whoever, whilst doing these objectives, a YouTube video, or as I said, a Netflix series, then I do recommend that because it can make the squad battles pain go just a little bit faster. But score 4 finesse goals using midfielders, obviously moving Verts up to centre forward to make that a bit easier, and your Leroy Sané coming in from the right will count as well. Assist 5 goals using German players, your whole squad is obviously German. Assist a goal with through balls using Bundesliga players. Now obviously we've once again got a full Bundesliga team and win 8 matches. Good luck lads, relatively simple, a little bit of a long objective, but a simple objective. Much love boys, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.